Did you know that June is National Home Ownership Month? Well, it is. So let's talk for a few minutes about home ownership and what it can mean for your family. Well, first off, a lot of people think of home as just simply shelter, and it is, but it's a whole lot more. Whether your shelter is in your mom's basement, in an apartment you rent, or a home you own, it's all just shelter. But there's differences beyond that, and let's explore that just a little bit. So first off, if you own your own home, you're in your own home. It's yours. You have the peace, the quiet, and the privacy that goes within those four walls. You don't have nosy neighbors that are joining walls like in an apartment to tell you to turn your TV down, turn your stereo down, or quit dancing on the floor. So you have a lot more freedom in that regard as to what you do in your own home. Most importantly, though, is all about family and what it can mean for your family. If you live in an apartment, you don't have the benefits of a backyard where you have the tree house and the swings and the dogs running through the yard and all that other, great stuff that the kids love. But there's other things too. For example, did you know that children that live in a home as opposed to an apartment do better in school? There's been studies that says home ownership, those students, those children that live in an actual home versus an apartment do better in school. So there's other things to consider besides just the roof over your head there too. All right, let's look at some other advantages. Personal expression. If you own your home, you can put flowers in that flower bed, plant shrubs, do whatever you want to do with the grass, paint whatever color you want to paint the house, inside, outside. Really doesn't matter. It's your house, so you can put your own style and your own decorating flair to work there. Friends. Who says, hey, come over to my apartment, let's watch a Super Bowl game? Nah, it's the guy that's got the house. It's like, hey, come on over to my house. I got an awesome TV in the den. We'll have a Super Bowl party. And that's where everybody congregates, at a house, not in an apartment. So there's another advantage. But there's one more, and that includes your pocketbook. When you pay rent every month, you're paying somebody else's mortgage. You're paying that landlord's mortgage, and you build no equity at all. So yeah, you could look at it and say, hey, look, I'm going to pay for 30 years on a house, and I'm going to make payments every month. But your monthly payments are for a comparable size home is pretty close to about the same as what you pay for rent. Okay, if you're paying rent like in an apartment, your interest rate on that is around 100% because you build no equity. It all goes to interest. Now, if you own your home, currently rates are just under 5%. So you're paying 5% for that money. Think about it, you're borrowing money at 5% and you're locking that in for 30 years and your payment is fixed. Your payment doesn't go up. If you own an apartment, your payment is going up every year, pretty much guaranteed. Oh, you know what else goes up? Property values. Since 2011, did you know if you owned a house, it's worth 35% more than it was when you bought it in 2011. Just think about that. If you own a $200,000 house, you just went up $70,000 in value. Can you do that if you're in an apartment? No. So, do you see the advantages of owning a home? I do. Let's talk about one more thing. Let's say you're a homeowner, and let's say that home no longer meets your needs. Now, it could be because your family has grown and you simply need more bedrooms, or it could be that you're now an empty nester and you don't need all those bedrooms. With market the way it is now, there's a shortage of inventory. So if you're thinking about a move and you have a current home, there's another family looking for your home. So getting from one home to the next, that's an easy thing to do. You should not worry about finding your next home. There are certain negotiating tactics we can use to find you your next home. So if you need to right size your housing, let me know. Be glad to help you with that. Now, one other thing, I have two booklets that are available free and no obligation to you. And one is about selling your home and one's tips for buying a home. I'll guide you through the entire process. Buying and selling a home to some people who haven't done it in quite a while, it's a scary thing, and I understand that. You end up with a stack of documents that tall when you're done that you have to sign so much that you have writer's cramp. But it's worth it. And it's not that scary when somebody's there to explain everything to you, step by step, paper by paper, line by line. When somebody's there to guide you through the process is pretty darn easy. My name is Owen Poveda with RE/MAX Preferred Properties. If I can help you right size your home situation or get into your first home, give me a call. I'll be glad to help you achieve home ownership happiness. Have a great day. Bye.